What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Now today's World's Testing Day number 2. If you remember, not this past Saturday, but 2 weeks ago, we did World Testing Day number 1 with Night March. We're going to continue that trend. If you notice, Saturday and Sunday of yesterday's videos, they were World's World's Draft, and then there was World's Question Answer. And this week will continue throughout, or this theme will continue throughout the week. World's Testing. Worlds information and stuff like that. So if you are going to Worlds, this would be great information. If not, you can still see some of the biggest decks that are playing at the World Championship, or what I think is going to be played at the World Championship. We don't know what's going to be played. It's still a secret because it hasn't happened yet, but these are some of my best guesses. Like I said, in the first video, we talked about a Night March deck. And this time around, we're talking about Vespiquen Vileplume. Now, this deck did make top 8 at U.S. Nationals, but did gain some interesting cards. And I think this, I don't know, I like this build a little bit better. We'll see what it's about, but we know most of these things do. We know Vespiquen does. Vespiquen does Be Revenge, 20 plus 10 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. Vileplume has an Irritated Poly. Each player can't play either cards from their hand. 4 Unown for Feral Letter, Shaymin Health Setup, and 1 Bunnelby. We've seen this concept before. Alright, so we play Acro Bikes, Trainers Mail, Ultra Ball, so you draw the deck fairly quickly, because you're going to play 4 Shaymins, 4 Unowns to help you draw really, really well. 4 Compressor to discard cards out of your deck that you don't need anymore. Like if you already have like a Gloom and Oddish shut down, you can just compress the other ones away because they're pretty much useless. So the point of the deck is to discard a bunch of Pokemon and then hit for Be Revenge while your opponent can't set up because you got to turn 1 Vileplume. Now, some interesting stuff in my list is we play 2 Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Some people do play Revitalizer instead, but I think Buddy-Buddy Rescue is better. I think Alex Hill is the one who started pointing this out. I think it's a better card. You could maybe play Love Ball instead of Buddy-Buddy Rescue, but it says each player puts a Pokemon from their discard pile into their hand. Your opponent chooses first. But what you could do is Compressor, discard a Shaymin, some other stuff. Buddy-Buddy Rescue for the Shaymin, put it back into your hand, which makes me think it's a little bit better than Love Ball. And Buddy-Buddy can get any Pokemon in your discard pile. So Shaymin, Bunnelby, Vespiquen, Vileplume, whatever. And we play 2 of them, which is pretty nice. Now, the new card that we got from Steam Sage is going to be Special Charge. Special Charge says shuffle 2 special energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. Now, some people are going to be like, this is confusing. You can't use item cards, but if you can AZ up a Vileplume, put it back into your hand, if you can play the Special Charge before you get the Vileplume out, because sometimes you do discard your DCs early. If you notice, we only play 4 DCs. There are only energies, and so once they're gone forever. Now, you're going to notice I don't play any basic energies, so like Giratina and Aegislash we just auto-lose to, but I don't think Giratina is going to be that playing at Worlds because of Pokemon Ranger just shut it down. Now, I could be very, very wrong. Maybe Giratina will be played a lot. Aegislash could be played. Metal seems like an okay deck. I don't think it's the best, but maybe we'll see it later on in the Worlds videos. Alright, but 3 Trainers Mail, 3 Acro Bike, 4 Ultra Ball, 2 AZ to return Pokemon back into your hand. Just in case your opponent licenses a Vileplume or something and you don't have a Float Stone in it. 2 Lysandre, which I don't know if I like the 2 Lysandre. This close to the top 8 list. So right now we're testing out 2 Lysandre because that's what he played. 2 Sycamore, 4 Force of Giant Plants to get down the Grass Pokemon your first turn. 2 Float Stone and 4 DCs. If I was to cut Lysandre, definitely for the 4th Gloom. Actually, let's just do that now. Let's just cut a Lysandre for 4th Gloom. I think getting the turn on Vileplume is a lot better. So I'm going to do that right now, and everything else we're going to keep the same, I'm pretty sure. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. And if you did watch the video from a week and a couple of days ago, the day 1 Saturdays, we're going to save the deck. We're going to go straight into it. So we save the Vespiquen deck. We'll press OK. There we go. We'll go to Versus. And what we'll do is we'll play it straight up. So let's click Vespiquen. If you notice, this is Vespiquen 2.0. This is actually a list I played at US Nationals with the Jolteon and Jirachi and stuff like that. But like I said, I don't think Giratina is worth it anymore. Jolteon was to help counter-react Giratina. That's why I played 3 Lightning. This is the Nationals list I use. Like 2 Unown. 4-3-3 Vileplume. The problem was I didn't get Vileplume out a lot, and I don't think it's going to be that great. So we're going to switch it over. Let's look back at the Vespiquen, just regular Vespiquen. And let's play. We're going to play 3 games with this deck, and we're going to see what happens. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. If we disconnect, we disconnect. And we're just going to see what happens in 3 random games. So we're playing against Alexandre 0906, playing a Psychic, Lightning, and a Colors deck. So this could be a Mega Manectric Hoopa, Garbodor maybe, Wildfed possibly as well. So they're calling the coin flip. Let's see who gets to go first. And we're going to see what happens. Does our opponent concede if we get Vileplume out? And it is a head, so we won the coin flip. And yes, I would like to go first. They have Mew sleeves, so that could be interesting. And, alright, start with Shaymin. Now, if we did play Ninja Boy, we could potentially get to the Axe spot, but it's going to be okay. We'll press done, and we'll see what's going to happen. Alright, so we have some choices. We can Ultra Ball straight away to get an Oddish, or not an Oddish. Oh, it's Night March. Oh, baby. So if we get the turn with Vileplume, we pretty much win, because my opponent can't really do anything. So I'm going to Acro Bike. I'm going to grab a Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Okay. I'm going to Trainers Mail, look at the top cards of our deck. We'll grab a Float Stone. Okay. We will Float Stone the active, Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. And with this, we'll grab another Shaymin, and we'll set up for 3 new cards. Now, what we could do is put the DC in the active. Is Special Charge in our deck? It is in our deck. So I'm going to grab a Shaymin. I'm going to put DC on the active and play Shaymin. Set up for 4 new cards. Let's see what do we get off Shaymin. 4 forwards. Let's see what do we find. Alright, there's an unknown. We'll put that down. Trainers Mode. Look at the top 4 cards of our deck. We'll grab a Forest of Giant Plants. Yeah, that seems good. We'll grab that. We could have maybe grabbed Ultra Ball, but I think getting the Forest out right now seems pretty good. We'll Shaymin set up for 3 new cards. Yes, we are putting a bunch of Shaymins down, but if we get this turn 1, we'll be okay. So there's an Oddish, Gloom, put down Oddish. Put down Float Stone, Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. Now the downside of what we're doing right now is we're not going to have enough space for, we have 1 space for our Vespiquen, but that should be okay. We'll grab a Shaymin. We'll put down Gloom, and we have AZ as well, so maybe our bench spot's not going to matter too much. We'll Shaymin set up for 6 new cards, yes. And like I said earlier, we already reviewed this Night March deck. It's going to be one of the strongest decks. And, alright, so we'll Feral Letter, discard an unknown, draw a new card. We'll go for a Vileplume right now, okay? There's a Compressor. We get Compressor, and with Compressor, we could discard, like, Oddish, and Gloom. Okay. We'll put down another unknown, and it's going to be up to this top deck. What do we get with this Feral Letter? Maybe Ultra Ball, maybe Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Alright, so we can Buddy-Buddy Rescue, get another unknown, add the discard pile. Alright. And my opponent can't get anything with Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Alright, so let's see what does the unknown get us. So let's grab the unknown. No Vileplumes. We could maybe grab that, but we don't have Vileplume. We'll put back down the unknown. We'll Feral Letter one more time, and what do we get with this? Do we find anything in a Special Charge? So we actually don't have anything in our hand. Alright, so this is pretty bad right now. So I'm going to retreat into the Shaymin, and I'm going to pass. Now, this could happen. It happens a lot. But, man, we're down with 21 cards left in our deck, and we did not see a single Vileplume. That is pretty crazy. No AZ, 1 Lysandre. But man, yeah, that's just unfortunate. My opponent probably is going to get a knockout on their Shaymin. Now you're gonna notice I did not send the Vileplume or the Gloom or something. I'm fine with to let my Shaymin get knocked out. My opponent got 2 prize cards, because if we can Sky Turn knock out Joltik, that'd be pretty good. Ultra Ball going to discard 2 cards from their hand, and probably finding a Shaymin. So discard 1 Joltik. They need 3 more in there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 more in there to make 6. Times, yeah, no wait, they only need 20, 40, 60, yeah, 3 in there. So they need 2 more to knock out our Shaymin, which is probably going to happen. It's going to be coming to top decks. What do we get? Oh, man, now we have the reverse value, the Forest of Giant Plates. We can immediately put that down. We see Ultra Ball for a, Biting Free Ball in the active as well. That makes it where we Sky Return, we do not knock it out. Shaymin set it for 5 new cards. And, yeah, this is sometimes what happens with Vespiquen Vileplume. Like I said, 21 cards left in the deck. We did not find a Vileplume. I'm not sure how many's in there. But I definitely did see some Sycamore, so we sadly did not hit any Sycamore. So Shaymin set up for 6 new cards, and can my opponent find anything? Target Whistle, gonna bring an Oddish back down the field, and that's actually pretty bad because now our bench is full. Mew coming down, okay. And let's see what will our opponent decide to do. Now, what we could do next turn is we could DC a Shaymin, Sky Return to the Oddish, let the Oddish get napped out, which could be pretty neat. And if just a pass, oh wow, okay, so there's an Ultra Ball. Alright, so I'm a Forest of Giant Plants. I am going to... I'm going to Ultra Ball. Discard... Let's see, how many Night Marches in there? 1 Night March. Alright, so I'm going to discard Vespiquen and a Bunnelby. How many... That puts 2 Vespiquens in our discard pile. Alright, but we'll grab... Oh, wait, we have 2 Gloom Sprites, or Vileplume Sprites. So we'll press done. We'll grab the Vileplume, okay. We'll put a DC on the active. Put down Vileplume. Oh, no, we need Special Charge. So Special Charge, get the DC back into our deck, okay? And we always play that. So we'll put that back in the deck. We'll use, not Sky Return, Vileplume. And we will Sky Return for 30 damage. What I'm going to do is send up another Shaymin. And he can't really knock us out unless he hit a Sycamore. So on our opponent's turn, let's see what happens. So we're looking pretty good. Now, I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was really, really nervous, but maybe we can make a comeback. Now, we still can't knock out this Jolting next turn because that's 40 HP, which is very unfortunate. Or Dimension Valley coming down, so we can't get it. Oh, man. Alright. Whatever. That's fine. On the pass, onto our turn, we will DCE, Unknown, Feral Letter, discard an Unknown, and draw a new card. There is a Combee, so put down the Combee, and I'm going to Sky Return to this other Shaymin, so 30 damage. We'll send up Shaymin, and we'll see what happens. Onto our opponent's turn. But next turn, we can put down Vespiquen, Sky Return to the Shaymin with the DCE, most likely. And then if he doesn't send any Mew, we can Sky Return to Joltik for knockout. So there's a Compressor. We'll put a DCE, Vespiquen, and we will Sky Return for the knockout. Now, if my opponent doesn't have a Sycamore, we'll be okay. I think regardless, I'm going to send it the Shaymin with the Float Stone, and now we can retreat to a Vespiquen. So force the Giant Plants. We'll send up Shaymin, and let's see what's going to happen. Who will our opponent send up? So here comes Mew, onto our opponent's turn. But like I said, next turn we can use Be Revenge with the Vespiquen to take a knockout, which is pretty nice. There's a Pumpkin coming down, and will my opponent find anything or not? Now, there's a Shaymin coming up to the X spot. How many Pokemon are in discard pile? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can knock out a Shaymin. There's a Sky Return for 30 damage. And who will my opponent send up? That is the real question. Does he send up the Pumpkin? It's either Pumpkin or Mew. I want to know which one he'll decide to send up. Let's see. Okay, I think send a Mew is probably a smart play. Yeah, so send a Mew onto our turn. We get a Combee, so we're going to put that down. Put down the Dimension Valley. DCE the Vespiquen. Free retreat into Vespiquen, and I'm going to use Be Revenge for the knockout. Now, my opponent can maybe play his cards down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll draw a card, go up to 7, put down a DCE, and he can't even Shaymin next turn. Wow. Alright, so we get a Force Giant Plants. Here comes the Joltik, and onto our opponent's turn. But what we could do next turn, if this Joltik stays active, is we can maybe Sky Return and knock out the Joltik. Or, I don't know. There's DCE, so right now it's doing 20-40, which is not a knockout. Now, if he has a Lysandre, he can bring up Shaymin, take a knockout, take 2 prize cards. Shaymin coming down, going to set up for 1 card. Alright, he did have enough for 1. Alright, so drawing 1 card. What does he find? Does he find a Lysandre to bring up Shaymin? There's another Dimension Valley coming down, and that makes it his 3rd Dimension Valley. We do have the 4th Force of Giant Plants in our hand, and there is a Sycamore. Discard his hand, draw 70 cards, but still only 3 Night Marches in the discard pile, which is not enough for a knockout, unfortunately, for my opponent. Now, there's a Night March for 60. Okay, onto our turn. We get an AZ. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat into the Shaymin. I am going to Sky Return for 30 damage, knock out the Joltik, and I'm going to promote the Oddish with no Float Stone, nothing. And just let it take a hit, maybe get knocked out. If it does, we have an AZ regardless, so Acro Bike coming in our hand. Let's send the Oddish, and let's see what's going to happen. It is not looking good for my opponents. Oh, no. Okay, alright, hold on. Speedy CGO bugging right now for 3, 4, 5. I think my opponent's just trying to decide who to send up. Regardless, they're in a bad position. Oh, we should have put down Force. That would have been better because my opponent would not potentially be able to attack if they don't have another Dimension Valley in their hand. But let's see what's going to happen. If they there's a Hex Maniac shutdown abilities, which is going to shut down our Vileplume. But my opponent, I mean, they can play some item cards, but they can't use like Shaymins and stuff like that, which is the more important thing. But now what we can do is we can play our item cards. And if we find this last Vespiquen, the game is pretty much going to be over. So Pokemon Catcher, Head's going to bring a Pokemon off the bench, going to bring the Vileplume, and can my opponent take a knockout? How many? We have 2 Glooms, a Megaphone, discard that Float Stone, but we have 1 in our hand, so I'm not too worried about this at all. I guess the strategy is maybe to stall us out. But we have another Float Stone, we have an AZ as well, Compressor, going to discard 3 cards out of their deck. They could discard like multiple Night Marches right now. Not going to be problematic, but we don't have another Vileplume, so if he knocks us out this turn, we'll be in trouble. There's a Xerosic, some other things, so it looks like my opponent is trying to play really conservative. There's a Vespiquen for Xerosic, but we have the Float Stone in our hands, so I'm not too concerned about that. And yeah, things are looking good for us. We actually have the AZ as well if we want to, but we're going to keep the AZ a secret. I do attach the Float Stone, retreat into Vespiquen, and be up to my opponent to see what does he do. Now, I really don't know what he can do. It looks like he is going to lose this game. I mean, he can maybe Night March this turn, but Night March doing, 3, 4, 5, 6, 120, which is not even knockout. There's DC in the active, and he's going to hit us for 120. Yeah, so 120 short of that 10 damage. All right, so in our turn, what do we get? There's a Vileplume. Oh, we have another Vileplume in the deck, and I didn't notice. But Float Stone, Compressor. We will discard probably Combee. Let's see. So yeah, probably double Combee and another Compressor. Yeah, we discard those three. Well, Acro Bike with the top 2 cards of our deck. We will grab the Unown. No, the Gloom. Sorry, I said Unown, I meant Gloom. Okay. We will free retreat into the Vespiquen. Force the Giant Place, counter that guy, and we will DC the Combee as well. And we will be arranged for the knockout. Okay? Alright, so 140 damage. And let's see what can my opponent do. We'll go down to 2 price cards. We already played a Lysandre, correct? I think it's in discard pile. Yep, the Lysandre is in discard pile, but now opponent can't play item cards. They do have the Xerosic, but if they just play Xerosic, they will lose. So Mew coming down, they need to retreat into this Mew. If they do not, they will lose this game. We have 2, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which will knock out the Shaymin-EX and win the game for us. Can they find a way to retreat into this Mew? They have a Xerosic that they got last turn. I guess they maybe thought it was going to keep it active or something. Maybe they'll try to deck us out. We haven't played 1 AZ yet, right? This is our first AZ in our hand. Yeah, so 1 AZ so far. Xerosic discarding the DC off that guy. Okay. And Shaymin coming down. So if he goes for a Sky Turn right now, he can yeah, he can get rid of, we'll have 2 DCs gone. Okay. Alright, that could be somewhat troublesome. So DC to the active, alright. So he's Sky Turn for 30, knocking us out. But who am I going to send up is a big question. He can send the Mew. Alright, that's fine. If he sends a Mew, whatever. We might take a knockout. We gotta find a DCE. So my opponent's gonna have 5 price cards. Gonna send the Mew, we'll send a Vileplume. And we'll see what happens onto our turn. What do we get? There's an AZ. So I'm gonna put down Gloom. I'm gonna put down Vileplume. I'm gonna put down Shaymin. Let's see. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. So I'll put down Oddish. Will Shaymin set up for 1? Alright. And let's see, do we find a DC? There's a Compressor. Okay. We will Shaymin set up for 1. Okay. And let's see, do we find a DC? Okay, we actually need multiple things. There's a Vespiquen. We will, do we AZ right now, or do we just pass? Our Bunnelby's gone. No, yeah, Bunnelby's gone as well. Okay, alright. So 1 card is a Vileplume or discard in our prize cards. I know that for sure. So 1 card in our deck is a, yeah, 1 card in our deck is going to be a DC. So I'm a Compressor. Pick up Shaymin. Oh, AZ pick up Shaymin. AZ put it back down. Shaymin set up for 2, and we need to find a DC right now. And there's 1, and there is the DC. So we'll DC this guy. We will free retreat into the Vespiquen, and we will be avenged for the knockout. I think it's 160. There we go. So we're gonna have 1 prize card. And what can my opponent do? They need to there's another DC as well, which is really great. If you do play another Xerosic, if they play Lysandre, we have AZ. So as you see, all these resources are very, very useful. We do need to keep them all, and let's see what our opponent decides to do. Now, this is a very interesting match. Like, we had a slow start, they had a slow start, but it does happen sometimes in Pokemon. And let's see what Alexandra 0906 has for us. Does he have a way or not to get rid of this Vespiquen? If he sends out knockouts, if he knocks out the Vespiquen somehow, we'll lose the game. We don't have him with attackers. We'll have to streamline between Shaymins and send him like the Vileplumes and stuff and let those get knocked out, and then Sky Turn again. But if we're doing that, we're going to lose the game. We don't have enough turns to do that. And what does Alexandra 0906 have for us? Oh, man. Does he find anything or not? And there's a victory screen. My opponent realizes they can't win the game. And there we go. So that's us beating Night March. Night March is going to be a very, very big deck at Worlds. Probably one of the best decks, but as you see, Vespiquen Vileplume does beat it. We'll play 2 more games with the deck. Alright, so we'll press play. And we'll see what happens. Let me get a drink of water between while we're waiting. Alright, so there is a fire, water, something. Is that a Volcanion deck box? That actually looks really, really cool. That must be for the Elite Trainer set, if I had to take a guess. We lost Gloom, so we'll be going second. We did not get the first turn. We're not going to be able to get the turn 1. Vileplume to lock him out of item cards. And, oh, I dropped my cell phone. Alright, so we'll put down Combee. And, like, sometimes you have to be scared starting just Combee because a lot of us could donk you, but I'm press done. Whatever. Right now, our hand's not the best, but if we top deck an Ultra Ball, we can Ultra Ball just for like Gloom and Vileplume and keep the party, start the party. And there's a Volcanion with 130, so it is a fire deck, which could be really bad potentially because we are weak to fire. He could just keep knocking us out over and over again. But we see Ultra Ball discarding double fire, and we'll just get a Hoopa. Okay, going to give Shaymin, going to set up some cards. If he had Hoopa, he can like Hoopa, Scoundrel, and get like double Volcanion and a Shaymin. There's a Fire Digits deactive. Muscle Band, okay. There's a Trainers Mail, going to look at top 4 cards of their deck. And let's see, going to grab an AZ. Alrighty. So we're going to see a Shaymin set up for 4. Yep, set up for 4. Alright, and let's see, it's going to come down to top deck plus the Unown Feral Letter. There's another Volcanion hitting the field, okay. Trainers Mail, go to the top 4 cards of their deck again. Could it be a straight Volcanion deck? There's a Fighting Fury Belt to make it up to 170 HP. Okay. So Fighting Fury with the active. The question is, can we knock out this Volcanion on the first turn? There's an Ultra Ball. That's the top deck I want to see. So we're going to Ultra Ball, discard Gloom and Vileplume, and with this, we'll grab a Shaymin. There's 2 more in their deck. There's no, okay, 4, 3, 3 Vespiquen, so we did price 1. We have all the Oddishes. We did price a Unown because we have 2 on here, 1 in our hand. We got both Buddy-Buddies, Special Charges in here, 2 Sycamore. We prized, okay, I don't know what we really prized. Let's see, an Acro Bike, Trainers Mail. Yeah, okay, we'll just grab that, whatever. I don't want to figure out too much. So I'll put down the Unown. Will Shaymin set up for 3? And we're looking for a Forest, an Ultra Ball, some other stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Alright, so there's an Ultra Ball. We will... Let's... Feral Letter number 1. Well, Feral Letter. Then let's see what to get. Hopefully a Forest of Giant Plants. And there's an Acro Bike. So Acro Bike, and we'll grab a Combee. No, let's grab a Trainers Mail. I'd rather double Trainers Mail trying to find the Forest right now. So let's Trainers Mail number 1. We'll grab the Forest of Giant Plants. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. So we'll grab Forest. We'll put that card down. We'll put down Vespiquen. We will Trainers Mail. Alright, so we got a Special Charge, which is pretty much not needed. We'll grab it, Force the Giant Plants. Alright, so we'll Ultra Ball, discard Forest, and the Bunnelby. I don't think Bunnelby is going to need it too much, but I could be wrong. We'll grab another Shaymin. Oh, we priced 2 Shaybins. That's what it was. Alright, so grab Shaymin. Put down the Shaymin, set up for 4 new cards. Can we find an Oddish, a DCE, maybe a Sycamore? Alright, so we got the turn 1 right now. We can get the Gloom out and get it if we want to, but we really don't want to right now. Put down the Float Stone. We'll Acro Bike. Grab the Unown. We will Unown. Feral Letter, draw a card. Okay, there is a Sycamore. Alright, so do we play Sycamore or not? That's the question. Alright, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, Buddy-Buddy Rescue, get another Unown out. We'll dig a little bit deeper. Oh, come on now. Oh, he's got to decide if he wants to get a Pokemon out, but he can't. We'll grab the Unown. Press done. And we're going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw on 70 cards. But remember, we don't have any more Shaymin, so this could be really bad. Wait, did I discarded the Unown. Alright, so a DCE. Let's see. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we are going to be short 10 damage. Wow. Alright, so Compressor. We will discard Oddish, and a Gloom. I mean, maybe we would have taken 1 more. We might have had the knockout. So we'll discard those 3. And we will be revenge. We'll be 10 damage short. Wow. So 120 ults our opponent's turn. Let's see what happens now. He's not knocking us out with Power Heater. It does 40 times 2, 80, which is not a knockout. But we just whiffed that turn 1. There's a Scorched Earth coming down. Get rid of our Force of Giant Plants. And wow, I didn't even put down our Gloom last turn. I should have put down the Gloom. That was just me being silly. AZ, pick up the Shaymin, gonna put it in their hand. Put it back down to Shaymin for 3 new cards. Now, since he did AZ, this is a good thing because he cannot Blacksmith this turn, which is very something to note a lot. So another Volcanion come down the field. All right. Fire Energy going to Volcanion. And we will see a Power Heater. Choose 2 of your bitch Pokemon. Touch our Fire Energy card. We discard ball to each of those Pokemon. He does have 2 in there already, so that's pretty good for opponent. He's not going to knock us out. We could then maybe... We have a couple options we could do next turn. So fire engine on that guy, fire engine on that guy. All right, and to our turn. What do we get? There's another Vespiquen. So I'm gonna put down the Oddish. I'm gonna put down Gloom. I'm gonna DCE this guy. I'm going to treat into the Shaymin, and I'm going to Sky Return for 30. It's simply Oddish without the Float Stone. And we'll see what happens. My opponent will Lysandre Gloom. Maybe he Lysandre somebody else. I'm not sure. We'll go down to 5 prize cards. We'll get another Shaymin. There we go. We'll send the Oddish and let the Oddish maybe get knocked out, which I'm fine with. And let's see. Our opponent's probably listen to this guy and use Steam Artillery. It does 110 plus weakness, which is 220. But we can maybe knock out this guy 170. So right now, what we're doing 120, then 130. We'll have to see. So draw on a card. Alright, so both games are not very crazy starts. This is a Shaymin-EX coming down on the field. Steam up, going to discard a Fire Energy. Alright, he could also use, so he's going to go for Power Heater. He's going to Power Heater, knock out the active, doing 100 damage, okay? And going to attach a Fire Energy to that guy and a Fire Energy to that guy. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen. We'll set up Vespiquen. Vespiquen can knock out the active, which is really, really nice. And on our turn, we get a DCE, okay? That's something I really don't want to see. We'll DCE this guy. Float Stone it, Shaymin set up for 2, okay, so 1 and 2 come into our hand, and let's see, what do we find? There's a Compressor and a Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Alright, so I'm going to Compressor, and with Compressor, I'm going to discard Gloom, Unown, and a Combee. Oh yeah, we'll discard those 3. So we are doing 130, 40, 50, 60. We will Shaymin set up for 2. I'm looking for another Combee right now. Alright, so there's another Combee. That's great. We'll put down Combee. We will Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Put the Vileplume into our hand. He can actually get a Volcanion out as well if he wants to, which I imagine he will. Yeah, Volcanion coming into our hand. We will grab the Vileplume. Alright, so there we go. That's what we want to see. We'll go Compressor. Discard the other Vileplume. We'll discard Special Charge. We do keep Special Charge. We could keep Special Charge. We do have AZ in our hand, which could be very useful. We'll discard Ultra Ball, and we will discard Forest of Giant Plants. Yeah, those seems like 3 good cards. Discard. We'll put down Vileplume, and we will be arranged for the knockout. Okay. So 160. If he knocks out next time, we can then potentially knock out him or him. So we got 4 prize cards. We get a Vespiquen. We have no more Combees left. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we'll have to see. If my opponent gets a Fire G and then get another Fire G, we'll probably be in trouble. Like, we discarded a Bunnelby already. This could get spicy, but they had to find 2 Fire Gs and or a Blacksmith. So, Steamboat going to discard it. Score Start, sorry. Score Start, discard a Fire G, draw 2 new cards. And can my opponent... Yeah, we probably shouldn't have discarded so many Combees. So there's a Power Heater for the knockout doing 60 damage. Okay. Now he's using a Power Heater. Okay, it's attaching a fire and a fire to that guy. Okay. Things are about to get interesting. So we'll send a Vileplume. We can take a knockout automatically onto our turn. We get a Compressor. Someone put down Vespiquen. I'm going to DCE, retreat, and we will be revenged. If the opponent has a Fire G, they could take a knockout, and we are going to be in trouble. Because the only thing we really do is streamline between Shaymins, which might be enough. I'm not sure. We'll go down to 3 prize cards, getting a Ultra Ball. Here comes Volcanion, which cannot take a knockout just yet. Wait, if he has energy, 3, 4, 5, that's 100 damage. So yes, that will take a knockout. Steam up discarding a Fire Energy, and now we are in trouble. He's going to keep knocking us out, and I don't think we can actually win the game now. So Power Heater, going to do 100 damage, and yeah, there's a Fire Energy and a Fire Energy, and things are looking bad for us. So we'll set up the Shaymin. We have 6 turns to do a ton of damage, which is not enough turns. We're actually going to lose this game because we don't have enough turns left in our deck. So Sky Return for 30. We'll set up a Shaymin. He can't take a knockout unless he, like, Blacksmith, Steam Up, that could take a knockout, and yeah, we're gonna lose this game. We can't do anything. That's just, it just happens sometimes. We didn't end up Pokemon the discard pile. I think our, let's see. We have 1 Vespiquen. We have 1 Vespiquen prize. We have an Oddish prize. We have a Vespiquen, a Vileplume prize. So that's 3 Pokemon, an unknown. So that's 4 Pokemon. That's our, wait, what? That can't be right. I miscounting something. But 100 damage is not gonna take a knockout onto our turn. We got a Lysandre. We'll put a DCE, Sky Return for 30. Yeah, there's no way we can win the game. So we'll send a Shaymin, whatever. Alright. On to our opponent's turn. Unless we have another Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Do we have another Buddy-Buddy? We don't have any more Buddy-Buddies. We have no more Combees. Yeah, we're going to lose this game. Our Buddy-Buddy's discarded as well. So Steam Artillery for 130. Okay, he did use Steam Up. Going down to 1 prize card. And yeah, there's pretty much nothing we can do. Vileplume coming up onto our turn. We get a Special Charge. We'll put down Shaymin. DCE. Sky Return. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. And maybe Volcanion is just a bad matchup. We'll send him a Shaymin just in case. Because the second attack can just knock out our Vileplume straight away. So we'll send a Shaymin. We have 3 cards left. There's no way we can win regardless. Like, even if we kept the Shaymin low, we would still lose. But he probably has another Fighter G. And yep, there's a Steam Up attack. So we'll lose this game. Round number 2 does go to our opponent, playing the Volcanion EX deck. But, I mean, I think it's just a bad matchup regardless. Like, the first attack just knocks us out if he does 1 Steam Up, which is pretty crazy. So maybe Volcanion EX is a deck to play for Worlds. Maybe. I think that deck still struggles with Night March. I mean, I guess if you keep tackling Baby Volcanion, but Night March plays so many Lysandres and puzzles, you're pretty much going to lose the game. But here it is, game number 3. We'll see what happens. Can we win a 3rd game with this deck, or 2nd game with the deck, or not? Can we get a turn with Vileplume as well? That's another thing. Alright, so DRG 9227 playing a Dark and a Colors deck. This could be a Quad Zork deck. It could be something else. But the coin flip, and let's see who gets to go first. Alright, that's the question here. What does DGR 9227 have for us? It's called Heads or Tails. We go first. And can we get a turn while Vileplume? We have not seen one either game. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Wait for DGR. Call the coin flip. Waiting on the coin flip. Come on, DGR 9227. Alright, so we lost coin flip. We're going second again. So out of 3 games, we went first, second, if I remember correctly. But they're choosing who goes first. And let's see what's going to happen. Alright, so my opponent is going to go first, most likely. That seems like the most logical choice. And wow. That's a pretty crazy hand. Alright, so Fighting Field, Max looks at 5. Okay, so it's definitely some kind of Dark Art deck. Some kind of fighting deck. Or kind of dark deck, which we already kind of assumed. We got an Oddish, Ultra Ball, discard 2, Forest. Oh my goodness, we have a great turn 1. So instead of Oddish, we just gotta hope our opponent does not play an N. We see another mulligan. They're playing Birch, which is definitely something you don't see that much nowadays. I don't think it's too good of a card. Another mulligan, so we get 2+ mulligans. Oh my goodness. If we do not get a turn with Vileplume, I'll go crazy. Alright, so 70 cards come in their hand. Okay. And let's see what our opponent decides to do. What does DGR 9227 have for us is the main question here. Oh, but regardless, we got Ultra Ball, discard 2, Force Giant Plants. Maybe get a Shaymin. We get 2 mulligans, so let's see. Alright, Buddy-Buddy and an Unown. So, of course, it's done. There's a Yveltal EX. Now, if it gets a Fighting Free Belt, this is 210 HP is kind of hard to hit. You have to have 119 Pokemon in the discard pile, which is a lot. So, DC going to the active. Getting 15 in the discard pile is hard regardless. And a Judge turn 1. I mean, Judge is definitely worse than End, because we're going down to 4 cards, and we could just draw Battle for cards and lose automatically. So, okay. So we get an Ultra Ball, discard these 2, and there's a Vileplume. Okay. So I'm going to put down Bunnelby. Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. And of course, I am going to get Shaymin-EX. Alright, so let's get the Shaymin. We'll set up for 5 new cards. Okay, yep. And let's see, what do we get off the Shaymin? Don't let me down. Alright, so we get a Force Giant Plants, Float Stone, Compressor. We'll discard Oddish. And then a Force of Giant Plants. That's pretty much useless to draw to right now. So those 3. We'll Sycamore, discard a hand, draw 70 cards. Alrighty, so we get a Combee. We can Ultra Ball. We'll put a Compressor. And we'll discard 1, 2, 3. Yeah, everything else pretty much seems useful. Ultra Ball, discard Vileplume and the Force of Giant Plants. With this, we'll grab another Shaymin-EX. Come on down, Shaymin. Alright, so Shaymin set up for 4 new cards. And let's see, what do we get off the Shaymin? Alright, so we get a Vespiquen, DCE, and that's pretty much it. How much are we doing? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're doing 120 damage. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. We'll do 120 with B Revenge, okay? My opponent can knock us out. They have a Dark Energy. They get 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. But if he judges himself to bad for cards, he could just lose automatically, which doesn't really happen too often. But next turn, if he takes a knockout, which there's a Dark Energy, but does he find another Pokemon or not? And yep, there's a Malamar EX coming down. All right. There's a Y Cyclone for 90. Gonna probably move that Dark Energy on that guy because he does need a Dark Energy attack. No, gonna move the DCE. I guess he wants to make sure he flips more cards with that. So going down to 5. We'll send the Oddish and 0-2 our turn. What do we get? There is a Acro Bike. So I'm gonna Acro Bike. Look at the top 2 cards of our deck. We'll grab Vespiquen. We'll AZ pick up a Shaymin. We will Special Charge Shuffle in a DCE, which doesn't seem that bad at all. And then we'll Shaymin set up for 3 new cards. And what can we find? We need to find the perfect 3 cards. Alright, so this is Combee, Vespiquen, Buddy-Buddy Rescue to get out. We could get out Gloom. Yeah, I think get out Gloom might be a smart play. I don't know how smart it is, but grab Gloom. We'll put it down. Put down Vileplume. And let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80. So you can't take a knockout. So I'm going to do is I'm just going to end my turn, leaving the Vileplume in the axe spot, which could be bad if my opponent has like a Xerosic, but we should maybe be okay. Next turn, I'm just going to easily pick up the Shaymin. There's a Dark Energy Active, so we see 20, 40, 60 with Eva Ball, but we can't knock out this Evital EX next turn. So on our turn, we get a Gloom, so easy, pick up the Shaymin, put it back down, set up for 4 new cards. Can we find a DC or not? I think there's 4 in there. Okay, there's a DC, which is great. So DC on this guy. Retreat to Vespiquen, and we will be revenge for the knockout. We're doing, what, 130 damage. Okay, so we're not knocking out a Malamar just yet. So we're going to have 4 prize cards. There is a Sycamore and the Unown. So 130, 40, 50, 60. We could potentially take a knockout next turn if we hits a Pokemon, which would be really cool. We get Unown, Farewell to draw 1 more card, and hopefully hit a Pokemon and Sycamore discard them all. But there's a Dark Energy act, so Hyper Hypnosis will put us to sleep. And now this is very, very scary. Alright, so Hyper Hypnosis hitting the field, okay. If it takes a knockout, though, we could win next turn. There's a Sycamore, discard of the hand, drawing 7 new cards. Can they find another Pokemon or not? They are kind of risky. They get 2 heads. There's an Evital EX coming down, okay. Reverse Valley, so no force, and I think 3 force are a discard pile. Okay, so here goes the Maximore. Tails, heads, and a head, so they will knock us out doing 130 damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're kind of in trouble. I'm not going to lie to you. We're in trouble a little bit. We'll send up Vileplume. Alright, now on our turn, what do we get? There's a Forest of Giant Plants, so that's a great top deck, and we are going to put down the Unown, Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards, looking for Oddish, Combee, and a Vespiquen, and no, there's a Combee. We will Feral Letter for 1 card, and what do we find? And it's a DCE, no! Alright, so what we can do, okay, no Vespiquen. 3 Vespiquens are in a discard pile. I know there's 1 left in our deck. How many AZs are in here? Just, 2 AZs. So we can't AZ either. Alright, so this is becoming pretty bad now. Alright, so we can maybe double Rototiller to shuffle back in Vespiquen, Oddish, Vespiquen and Combee. Let it get knocked out. Go down to 2 DCs. Okay. Yes, he's fine. So we'll send the Bunnelby. We'll send the DCE, and we're going to use, shuffle a card from your discard pile into your deck. We'll grab Vespiquen. And then, let's see, how many Pokemon are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright. Wait, hold on, make sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 67. We Rototiller 1 back in there. He takes the knockout. We'll be okay. So yeah, I'm going to Rototiller, put a Combee back in there. If he takes the knockout, we then follow knockout the following turn. Yeah, this is okay. We'll put another Combee back in there. Okay. And ultimate opponent's turn. Alright, so that might be a questionable play, but I want to make sure that we have enough Combees and Vespiquens left in the deck. DC on that guy, alright. How many Sycamores have we played? 2 Sycamores, and we see 3 heads. Oh my goodness, 180 damage coming down the field. So all of our Sycamores are gone, our Lysandre's gone. We have no supporter cards left, and I think no Shaymins as well. So Vileplume coming up. On our turn, we get a DCE. We got plenty of DCs, I noticed that. Okay. So we have an option. I think we'll put a DC in this guy, retreat into Shaymin, and Sky Return for 30 damage. Send the Vileplume. Okay, I know that seems pretty risky, and it probably is a really risky play, but if they take a knockout, we can... Oh, man, we're in trouble regardless. Like, I don't know... Okay, so there's a Maximar. Heads, and a heads. Oh, my goodness, what is happening right now? My opponent is going crazy. Alright, so that's our third Vileplume, correct? And our fourth Oddish. So if my opponent has a Lysandre Energy Muscle Band, they can win next turn. So on our turn, we'll get an Ultra Ball, some Ultra Ball, discard Gloom, and a Trainers Mail. Okay. And with this, I'm going to grab a Vespiquen. I'm going to put down the Vespiquen. I am going to DCE it. Well, Acro Bike, look at top two cards of our deck. Oh, man. We'll grab Combee, discard the Vespiquen, but we'll get Buddy-Buddy back into our hand. So put down Combee. We'll Wait, do we Buddy-Buddy right now? If he Buddy-Buddy, so he can put another Pokemon back in his hand, but he only has EXs. So, yeah, we'll Buddy-Buddy. Yeah, we'll have to put the... we'll have to get the Vespiquen. Take a knockout this turn. Oh, man, things are looking bad. I mean, it comes down to the Lysandre Energy Muscle Band. Oh, he could have it. He has a billion cards in his hand, so we'll be revenge for the knockout. Dude, 2-10, so we even can knock out Evital with a fighting free belt. So we got 2 prize cards, and does opponent have a Lysandre Energy Muscle Band. So Combee and Gloom. Once again, we prized a bunch of Pokemon. I don't know how bad it hurt us. I mean, it probably did hurt us bad. But here comes Evital. Does opponent have the game or not? That is the big question. Now, what he could do is attack with a non-EX, but even then we can just knock it out. Okay, there's a Trainers Mail. He is digging. He can play all of his item cards now. All he's played is really as a Judge and his Sycamore. Nothing else really. I know I saw a Fighting Free Belt. There's an Ultra Ball, which I don't think he can play his hand down low enough to even use Shaymin. That's a lot of cards played. But another Trainers Mail, okay. Can he find a Muscle Band? Can he find a Lysandre? Can he find a Dark Energy? 20, 40, 60. Alright, there's a Fighting Free Belt, which I don't care about. Okay. Alright. Alright. Wait, yeah. Oh, he can get a Fighting Free Belt, Reverse Valley, Lysandre, Dark Energy, Max Elixir. An Energy Switch as well. Okay, he actually has a ton of outs. So there's another Max Elixir, okay. Okay, so there's Dark Energy on that guy. Does he have an Energy Switch, Energy Lysandre? Opponent has a lot of outs right now. Okay. Oh, man, I am kind of scared. But we'll see what happens. Can we win by the hair of our teeth? We'll find out here in a second. Alright. Alright, we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. There's an Energy Switch. Put an Energy up to the active. Oh, man, that is scary. Alright, he has an Ultra Ball as well, so things are looking bad for us. If he finds a Lysandre, there's an Ultra Ball. Going to discard 2 cards from his hand. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. He needs a Energy, Fighting Field, DCE, and a Lysandre. Let's see, he has the Fighting Field going to the active. Oh, go to this guy. Shaymin set up for 3. Okay. Alright, so Shaymin set up for 3. What does my opponent have? There's a Dark Energy, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. There's a Dark REX coming down. There's an Ultra Ball. Going to discard 2 cards from his hand. Probably going another Shaymin. But he already touched... If I was him, he should touch a Fighting Field. This guy, all he needs is a Lysandre right now. But we'll see a Shaymin set up for 5 new cards. Okay. Oh, man. Alright, so Shaymin set up for 5. Does he find a Muscle Band, Fighting Belt, and a Lysandre? He has to find one of those combinations. There's another Max Elixir. He could play a Max Elixir, another Energy Switch. He's already played 2 Energy Switches, correct? Yeah, 2 Energy Switches are played. Dark Energy on that guy. Oh, we're all waiting here. Does DGR have the game or not? And a VS Seeker for a Judge, and that will not... Oh, wait, he could judge us, and we get a bad hand. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 out of 7 to have a DC and or Shaymin. Alright, so let's see what happens. Judge coming down. We'll see what happens. Can we win the game or not? We both get 4 new cards. And there's the DCE, so we have the game regardless. He's going to Evolve, take the knockout, do 140 damage, but we will barely survive. That was so scary. That was too scary. So sit up, Vespiquen. Alright, so in our turn, what do we get? We get the Float Stone, some Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. We get an Ultra Ball for Shaymin, which doesn't really matter. We'll press done, put a DC in the active, and we will be avenged for the knockout, doing 250 damage. Oh my goodness, and let's see 2 more Pokemon coming out of prize cards. Another Shaymin. So yeah, there we go. I mean, like the round 2 and 3 game, we prized a bunch of Pokemon, which does happen sometimes. We do play a ton of Pokemon, but as you see, it does affect us a lot if that happens, because we can't do a ton of damage, and help us set up, because we only had 2 Shaymins. That was a rough game. We prized 2 out of our 4 Shaymins. But whatever. There you go, guys. There is my Vespiquen Vileplume deck for the World's Championship. And this video is 44 minutes long, but I think it was cool 3 games. Game 2 was not close at all. We just got destroyed. Yeah, but game 1 and 3 were very good games. Game 3 was definitely very close. But you can see how good of a deck is. I mean, I don't think either of these games got Terminal Vileplume. I think PTCGO doesn't like me playing Vespiquen Vileplume because I always never get set up with this deck. But in real life, I always do, so it's very strange. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow in day number 3 of the World's Testing. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.